setting up for this first pass here. The opposing solo canopy pass. Watch them as they close on each other with the smoke on. You can see them as they do. They pull up and roll canopy to canopy and cross within about 30 feet of one another. That's Jan Wilberg and Steve Salmers. The propellers on these airplanes are 9 feet in diameter. A very, very thick wing. They're not as maneuverable as some of the airplanes you will see here today, so working them in formation and in aerobatic flight takes a lot of stamina. Each of the pilots, the wingman and the slot pilot, are following the lead of the flight leader. The leader must take his formation through turns, and each of the other pilots must maintain his position on the leader by looking at a spot marked on his canopy and lining it up with a spot on the lead aircraft. For the slot pilot, he just looks up, has a spot on his canopy. As we look to the left and the right, here come Steve Salmers and Jan Wilberg again. The GEICO Skytypers as they pull up and cross. And set up for their rejoin. Three pilots don't know where they're going. Their job is just to stay fixed on the leader and stay in position. As we see now, GEICO Skytypers 5 and 6. In trail formation there. Chasing after one another. Possible. Now in the arrowhead formation, with the two wingmen now working off the slot pilot, flying as wingman to the slot pilot. Great formation flying for you. They don't look at their instruments. All they do is look at the airplane with which they are formating, if you will, flying in formation. You never see them looking ahead because they've got to maintain strict position. If they get too close, there's a chance they'll bump metal. We don't want that to happen. But because America was at that, prior to December 8, 1941, a neutral country in Canada for training Royal Canadian Air Force pilots. Well, the United States and Canadian customs officials up in Houghton, Maine, up in New England, decided they were going to take it one step further. And what they did was land the aircraft. The customs officials would say, okay, we're moving the border right off the tails of these airplanes. They legally, temporarily moved the U.S.-Canadian border about 35 feet behind where the airplanes were parked. They wouldn't even have to shut the engines down. They'd rev them up, take off, and then fly to their bases. Get it done a lot quicker. That's some ingenuity. That's political maneuvering at its best. Now, in the left echelon formation, with the smoke coming on, ladies and gentlemen, give a nice round of applause to the GEICO Skytypers as they start their break with a hard pull, 180 back in front of the crowd. The diamond formation you've already seen. The entrail formation you've already seen, and that's important. Now, low and to the left, here come the GEICO Skytypers once again. Beautiful delta formation. That's the diamond formation with the two solos lined up slightly below, behind, and to the right and left of the left and right wingman. Beautiful paint jobs on these airplanes. Just think what it was like to see hundreds of these airplanes in formation flying across the sky at training bases all over the United States. Coming up for the fan break, getting ready to land. As they break, let's give them a great round of applause. A beautiful sight. They'll be coming.